Hello guys, in the last video we have seen what exactly the meaning of constructor and what exactly the syntax of the constructor and a simple program on the basis of this constructor. In this video we are going to extend the same constructor's points. Clear? Now here I have few experiments on the basis of this constructor. What about these few experiments? No? Point is, we know already in Java constructor name must be same as the respective class name. In the Java applications, we must provide the same class name as a constructor name. We must provide the same class name as a constructor name. This is mandatory condition. Okay, but here my question is which one? If we provide a different name to the constructor, if you provide a different name to the constructor which is not same as class name, then what will happen? If we provide, in the case of the Java, it is a mandatory condition, constructor name must be same as the respective class name. But for example, if I provide different name as a constructor name, not same as class name, different name if you provide, then what will happen? Then what will the result in our Java applications? Will you get any compilation error? Or will you get any exception? Or will you get any output, exact output? Now we want to check that. Now let us see this example here. The similar example here I want to take now. Here in this case here what I am telling now. For example, class A I have taken. Inside this class here I am taking this constructor, a simple zero argument constructor here I have taken. System.out.println of A con here we have written. Now inside this main class and main method, A small a is equal to new A constructor here we prepared. So definitely while creating an object for this particular class, this constructor will be executed. Automatically here we are able to get some output. Java C space test.java. Error here we are getting it. Just 1 minute, sir. System.out.println. Right, spelling mistake, no issues. Java C space test.java. Java space test. Here we are getting output acon. Okay, fine. Here the condition is which one? Constructor name must be same as the respective class name. Constructor name must be same as the respective class name. This is a condition. But for a change, for example, I want to use different name, not same as class name, different name I used for this constructor. If you provide different name, then what will happen? I want to check this. Java C space test.java. Here we are getting error. Analyze this error here. No? Invalid method declaration, return type required. Invalid method declaration. Now we are talking about constructors. We are violating a rule about this constructor, but we are getting error respective to, error related to method. Method related error we are getting, but we are talking constructor. So something is going on. What exactly the analysis part internally? Understand it here. Point is very clear. Here we provided class here. Now this is which one can know? Constructor name. Here constructor name is which one? B. B is a constructor name here we provided. But class name is which one? A. Whenever we change the name of the constructor from our class, whenever we are changing the name of the constructor from our respective class, then immediately compiler and JVM both are thinking the provided thing is a normal Java method. We thought we are providing constructor, but when we change the name of the constructor from class name to some other, then internally compiler and JVM thought the provided thing is not constructor, the provided thing is a Java method. In the case of Java method, return type is mandatory. In the case of Java method, return type is mandatory, but here we are not providing any return type now. So now compiler and JVM is thinking the provided constructor is a Java method. So in Java methods, return type is mandatory. Now compiler and JVM is searching for Java return type there. Insert this Java method. But there no return type is existed. That's why compiler has given an error like which one, that error message is which one there? Invalid method declaration. What is required? Return type is required. Understand, sir? If we change the name of the constructor, automatically compiler is thinking that constructor is not a normal Java constructor. That provided thing is a Java method. The provided thing is which one? Java method. So in Java methods, return type is mandatory. So return type is available. If return type is available, now it is not at all constructor. It is which one? They know method only. So the compiler is searching for return type for the constructor, for the method. No return type is existed. That's why here we are getting some error. For example, if I provide a return type like this, what is the return type if I provide, and if I access that like a method, if I access no, then we are able to get output. Then here we are able to get which one? Then output. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space tester. Output we are getting there. That's fine. So the final analysis part is which one? If we change the name of the constructor from A to B or some other, then internally compiler is thinking that provided constructor is a normal Java constructor. The provided thing is Java method. The Java methods must have return type, but here return type is missing, That's why compiler is giving error like which one there, invalid method declaration, return type is required. It's okay. This is one point here we are getting then. Next one is after that. Another point is which one? Another analysis is which one, So let me complete this statement here. If we provide different name to the constructor which is not same as the respective class name, then compiler will treat the provided constructor as a normal Java method and searching for return type. It is not existed. It is not existed, so that compiler will raise an error like invalid method declaration, return type required. This is the point here we have to understand. It's okay, sir. Now I'll go for next experiment. What about this next experiment? Another point is which one there? In Java applications, constructors are not allowing return type. In Java applications, constructors are not allowing return type. Okay, return type is not existed for the constructors in Java applications. It's okay, it's mandatory. We must not provide any return type to the constructors. Constructors are not allowing return type. For example, if you provide return type to the constructor, then what will happen? In general, constructors are not allowing return type now. That's mandatory condition. Okay, if I provide return type to the constructor, then what will happen? This point here we want to understand clearly. Let's understand it. This is a constructor now. Normal constructor here I have taken. Class A. Inside this A, zero argument constructor here I have taken. Class test, public static void main, string array args. A small a is equal to new a constructor that we have taken. Now let me compile this. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space tester. Here we are getting output like which one? Acon. It's okay. For example, my point is which one? Return types are not allowed. But if I provide return type to the constructor, then what will happen? I don't want to provide any other return type. Just void is the return type I want to provide. When I provide void return type to the constructor, then what will happen? Let us check this one. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space tester. No output, no compilation error, no output. So we have to analyze it now. We have to analyze it. The analysis part is which one? If you provide return type to the constructor, now that constructor syntax is a satisfying method syntax. If you provide return type to the constructor, then constructor syntax is a satisfying method syntax. Now it is not constructor, now it is a method. And moreover, in Java applications, method names and class names may be same, may not be same, no issues. Of course, same also. Method name and constructor name may be same, may not be same. Method name and class name may be same, may not be same. But constructor name and class name must be same. Method name and class name may be same, may not be same, no issues. Even if it is same, no issues, no compilation error. But in the case of constructor, it is mandatory. It must be same as the respective class name. Now it is not constructor, now it is Java method. If we call it as like Java method, then we are able to get output. A.A like this. If we call like as a Java method here, we are able to get some output. Now okay, I can execute this program. If I execute this program here, we are able to get some output. Java C space tester.java compiled successfully. Java space test. Here we are getting output is which one? Acon. Acon is an output here we are getting. Right, sir. Java C space tester.java. Java space tester. Here we are getting which one? They know Acon. Acon is an output here we are getting directly. That's it. This is the overall meaning of which one here no content here we are able to identify. So written types are not mandatory in the case of which one they know not mandatory. I am not saying like that. Constructors must not have written type. If you provide written type, it is becoming as which one? Like normal Java method. In Java methods, written types are mandatory. It's okay. This is the point here we understood clearly. Right, sir. Now what will be the statement here? In Java applications, constructors are not allowing written type. If you provide written type to the constructor, then what will happen? That is the question here now. Answer is very clear. Then the provided constructor's syntax is converted as method syntax. Then method syntax. So compiler and JVM will treat the provided constructor is normal Java method. Normal Java method. If we access the provided one, if we access that as like normal Java method, if we access that as like normal Java method, then JVM, then it will be executed. That's it. So here we are able to get output as like from which one? Normal Java method, not as like which one there no another content clearly. So this is what exactly the story about which one there no written type. The point is very clear. In Java applications, constructors are not allowing written type. If you provide written type to the constructor, then the provided constructor syntax is converted as method syntax. So compiler and JVM will treat the provided constructor is normal Java method. If you access that as like normal Java method, then it will be executed. It's okay. This is one point. But here I have one more experiment. What about my experiment here? In Java applications, constructors are not having the access modifiers like static comma final comma abstract and so on. Okay, fine. If you provide the access modifiers like static, final, abstract and so on to the constructor, then what will happen in our Java applications? If we provide this type of access modifiers in our Java applications for the constructor, then what will happen? What exactly the response of this program? Answer is very clear. Try to understand this answer clearly. Now here class A I have taken. This is constructor. Our point is which one? Access modifiers are not allowed. Second list of access modifiers are not allowed. Right, so this is normal program only. Normal constructor here I provided. Okay, Acon is an output we are getting there. For example, if I declare our constructor as static, if I declare our constructor as a static, then what will happen? What exactly the work is going on? If I declare our constructor static, then what will happen? If you are getting compilation error, then it is not allowed. If you are not getting compilation error, then static keyword, this type of access modifiers are allowed. Now I will check it. Java C space test.java. Error we are getting here. Directly here we are getting which one? Error. Which error here we are getting there? Modifier static allowed here. Error we are getting there. Understand it clearly. So here static keyword is not allowed. So this type of access modifiers are not allowed. Let me check with some other. Final keyword is allowed or not. I want to check it. No, not allowed here. Abstract keyword is allowed or not. Abstract methods are possible, not for constructors then. So it is not allowed. Definitely here we are able to get error here. Next one is native keyword is allowed or not. No, native methods are available in Java, but not native constructors there. No. Error we are getting there. Then after that, volatile variables are existed, but not constructors there in Java. It is not allowed. We will check it. Error we are getting there. Next one is, then after this volatile, transient keyword is allowed or not. That is valid for variables only, not for method, not for constructors. Next one, if I provide like which one? Transient, and next one is like synchronized method is available in Java, but not constructors. Definitely here we are able to get which one? Then no, error. Now what about the next one? Can strict FP is followed or not? I am doubtful about this one. Strict FP is followed or not? That I have to check. Now still here we are getting error here. Now strict FP. So second list of access modifiers are not allowed. Here strict FP is also be not allowed. No. Okay, fine. Second list of access modifiers are not allowed. All of them are not allowed here along with our constructors. This is what exactly the experiment here we are able to identify clearly about which one they know. In Java applications, constructors are not having the access modifiers like static, final, abstract and so on. If you provide the access modifiers like static, final, abstract and so on to the constructor, then what will happen then? Then compiler will raise an error. Compiler will raise an error like which one here? No, modifier XXX not allowed here. This type of error here we are getting. Okay sir, then one more point here. Another point is which one they know? In Java applications, constructors are allowing the access modifiers like which one there? Public, protected, default and private. Okay, it's okay, fine. Now it is possible. Private. But here my question is which one? If we declare a constructor as a private, then what will happen? Then what will happen here? Answer is very clear. This is my constructor. If I declare this constructor as a private, then this constructor is having scope up to the class A only. This constructor is not available to outside of the class K. This constructor is having scope up to which one there? No, class A only. It is not having scope to which one there? Outside of the class K. So it is not possible to access K. If we are trying to access this one in outside of the respective class K, we are definitely here we are able to get compilation error. Java C space test.java. Error we are getting. Constructor has private access in A. So error here we are getting there. So if you want to create object for class K, in the case of this private constructor, in the same class K, we have to create object for class K. In the same class K, we have to access that particular constructor. So here the point is which one there? In a Java applications, constructors are allowing the access modifiers like public, protected, default and private. If you declare a constructor as private, then compiler will not raise any error. But the condition is which one? But the respective private constructor must be accessed within the same class where it was declared. Within the same class where it was declared. That's it. This is the meaning of which one? That constructor and its experiments. Overall 3 points here we checked. First one is which one? Name of the constructor. Next one is which one? They know return type. Then after that access modifiers. All possibilities here we check it direct. So okay, fine.